You need more extreme metal music in your library, and you need it right now, don't you? Well, that's good. If you stick around for the next few minutes, I will hook you up with some brand new tunes, okay? So stay tuned. So welcome back, friends, for episode 21. Happy Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. Terry here again with Cast Metal and another full metal review segment where I connect bands with fans just like you. Because I too love metal music. So Full Metal Reviews was made to answer one question only, and that is where can I get more metal music? And so for this show, I find and review the newest extreme metal albums from my Apple Music account. Then I share a detailed analysis with you, and then you have all the goods that you need to determine whether you want to collect it or not. At the end of the show, I reveal one, my favorite tracks, two, my controversial version of what genre it is, because mine and yours might not be quite the same thing, and you can argue with me in the comments section. And three, you'll also find out if it's going into my collection or not. So the journey actually begins every Sunday where I go into my Apple Music account and I catalog all of the newest releases onto a database, and then I add them to my Metal Magazine Facebook page. You'll see the links on the channel here. And as a bonus, if you stick around at the end of the show, I will hook you up with something from my treasure chest, just for some added value. A little bit of a thank you for sticking around with me. Okay, so if you like the stuff that is in this slide, death metal, black metal, and all the stuff underneath it, this show is definitely for you, okay? So let's start the Full Metal show. Recap. Yesterday, episode 20, I reviewed Horrorwood Body, and this was a fantastic album. I added it to my library. I enjoyed it very much. It was actually a throwback to the industrial and electronica days. If some of you remember bands like Prodigy and so on and so forth, they're kind of like that, but of course they're a more modern version of that. So check out Horrorwood Body, check out yesterday's episode if you can. And with that, let's start the Full Metal review show. So today, moving along, I am reviewing Ice Nine Kills. Now, I know that this is a popular band, but I've never heard them before. And this album was actually released in mid-October because I'm trying to balance things out a little wee bit. The number of new releases that have come out in the last couple of weeks are a little on the slow side, so I'm balancing things out between some of the later 2023 stuff and now. So Ice Nine Kills, I've never heard them before. I've heard really good things. And so let's move forward and check this out. Rules are very simple. One, I review all my albums without a preview. I avoid live and single albums when I can. Two, I keep my reviews very short and positive. And three, not everything goes into my library, but I won't knowingly badmouth any bands because I don't play an instrument, I don't sing, and a lot of these albums, just because I don't collect them doesn't mean that you won't. Okay, our tastes, mine and your taste, could be very different here. So I don't want to put down the band because I'm also putting down the fans, and I don't like that. That's not what I do. So moving ahead here, we have the unveiling overview. Before listening to each album, I do an overview, a first impression, and a process check. And remember, whatever the outcome is, please remember that all of these artists are worthy of your support and your time, so please do check them out. So in the same way I would unbox a product to show you on a video, I opened the page on my Apple Music account and I saw there were 17 very strong sounding tracks and they were coherent. I won't mention any names, but there was a total of 57 minutes, which is a lot of studio work. The album cover artwork, as you can see here, is a crime scene look, more like if you remember the Blockbuster days, this would look like like a like one of the boxes where the VHS or the DVD would be inside. It looks a lot like that. And the artwork here is absolutely beautiful, by the way. The um, the fonts here are very specialty, but they're very legible. I really love the Ice Nine Kills, the how the fonts are here. It's very nice. So before I play any album, I try to visualize the outcome when I look at the album and the titles. And I always think positive, and in this case, I believe that I'm in for something good. I'm predicting, quite frankly, something hopefully metalcore or new metal. And if the album cover matches the band name and the song titles, I think I'm in for something actually on the epic side or something like a story. And I'll compare my vision to the review results in the afterwards. So my 4-part checklist includes a 10-track review page, complete album description review page, an individual performance review page, and finally a summary review page to wrap things up, okay? So starting with the first page, individual track descriptions are as such. The first track is a cool movie themed narrative, and it opens up just the first 30 seconds or so. It's kind of like a preview for a movie. Track 1 opens with the piano and vocal track, which explodes into strong harmonies, great rhythms, really strong fry vocals, crunchy guitar, drums and bass, fiery guitar solo. And I get the feeling almost right away that this could be a metal horror opera. I'll go with that. Track 3 is strong with great singing and fry vocals. Drums and bass are absolutely thunderous. Track 4 is very smart. It's a strong melodic nu metal style track with horror movie narratives mixed in. Track 5 has a great range of melodies, harmonies, and a very electric feel. Track number 6, it opens explosively and very deadly. It's got a metalcore feel with razor sharp everything and a deep feel. Track number 7 has a great range of power and strong chorus lines. It's a great road tune, actually. It's got some good rhythm to it. While track number 8 feels like it should be in a Broadway play. The music is melodic with heavier passages sprinkled in. Track number 9, actually, it comes out kicking with a strong metalcore feel, and because Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse is also in it, you know there's going to be, you know, that death metal element in there a little wee bit. Sorry about the spoiler alert. So track number 10, it actually reminded me of Lamb of God a little wee bit, just the first 15 or 20 seconds during the opening. Then it went into a more modern hard rock feel with a metal element a bit further down in the track. So the very quick summary here, the album itself is essentially a horror metal opera, and it has great flow. It was lots of fun. And the last 7 tracks, because there's a full 17 on here, those are up to you to discover, and they were actually quite good as well. So next up, during listening, the overall description checklist, the recording quality was clean, clear, and balanced. Okay, it was definitely professional. The production, musicality, it was super refined. You can tell that this is Hollywood all over it. The energy intensity was very high, and you can hear a lot of passion in their work. The rhythm and tempo was very rangy. It was all over the place. The lyrical theme is essentially it's a movie or play, to be frank with you. Apple categorizes this as metal. I think it's hard rock with metalcore and maybe new metal rather elements in it. Okay, hard rock with metalcore and new metal elements. Tongue-tied here a little wee bit. Could they go mainstream? I don't listen to much radio anymore, but I believe they are either on the radio or trying to make it mainstream, at least. Okay, again, I don't know the band at all. The range and flow and layout was masterful. It was like chapters of a book. Okay, it was definitely something to be proud of because this is a very epically laid out album. Who are they similar to? They remind me of I Prevail, Five Finger Death Punch, Asking Alexandria. They're in that kind of range. So they go in and out of hard rock, hard modern rock, and into a metalcore feel. So they're very edgy. So during listening, the individual performance description breakdown, the singing and vocalizations were excellent, excellent standard vocals with fry vocals, very strong. The guitars were sharp sounding, good rhythm, and excellent solos. Bass guitar was very deep and big. The drums and percussion were strong, full, and sharp. Additional sounds was, I wrote here, it's like a visit to Blockbuster. Basically, it's all like little slices and bits from movies and so on and so forth. So my summary, now that I've listened to the entire album, I think I was somewhat right. The song titles are a dead giveaway as to what to expect. Okay, they all look like movie tracks. Uh, Emotionally, were chills and goosebumps. Well, it had me smiling and laughing for sure. If I had to compare it to a favorite snack food, I'd say movie stuff like popcorn, pop chips, and chocolate bars. Was it light or dark in tonality? I'd say it was on the lighter side. If I had to give it a color, I would say that this album is blue. It's very trustworthy, that it's very likable amongst a larger population, we'll say. Okay. Okay, just give me one moment here. Okay. Temperature, hot or cold, I would say that they're warm all the way through. Hide it from my wife. Well, actually, I kind of want to tell her about this because she really adores live plays. And I'll tell her that Ice Nine Kills is really good for that. So finally, my reveal genre, I would say it's a range of nu metal, metalcore, and modern hard rock, more on the modern hard rock side. My favorite track was 9, the one with Corpse Grinder, because I'm a more on the extreme type of area, type of guy, if you know what I mean. Am I adding it to my library? No. I believe they're mainstream bound, and that's not the deal breaker. It's just that I'm a more extreme guy. And it's not a point of bragging, it just is. Okay. So that's it for another episode of Full Metal Reviews. Oh, and I will get you your bonus right now. Why don't we? I think I'm going to listen to this today too. Aviana Corporation. Try Aviana Corporation. It's a really heavy album. I think that you'll like it. It's right in there. It's a good metalcore range album. And that's it for today, my friends. Okay. And please don't forget to support your bands. Okay. Stream them often, buy the merch, go see them live if you can, and join me again soon for another episode of Full Metal Reviews. Please hit that subscribe button and set your notifications on so I can get you more extreme metal for your own library. And I'm really happy that you guys came here to join me today. And we'll see you, I think, tomorrow too. Take care.